Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's Website Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Website Wednesday. This is where I critique a website. I focus on the visuals, the messaging, or the user functionality. Third one, user functionality of things. And I give, and by critique, I mean a helpful and honest review slash feedback so that you and anybody watching, whether you're the owner of the website I critique or you are working on your website, thinking about a website, you can take these tips, you can take this feedback and apply it to your stuff and create something that works for you. Because look, let's be real, creating a website, whether you're DIYing it or you're working with a website designer, an agency to create it for you, it's a big project. It's no joke. Okay. So these critiques are meant to help you take what you have. If you have a website, it's meant to help you audit your work and see how you can improve, because a website should never stay stagnant forever, or just like, you'll get to a point where you have to launch your website and be good with it, right? But you have to eventually change it. Well, I guess you don't have to, but you should change it. Not every month, not every week, most certainly like not every 3 months, but there will be different evolutions in your business, right? And your online presence that you will update it. So these critiques are meant to help you have that feedback, that insight that you need, so that when you are ready to update, you know how to go about it. And if you are currently in the process of planning out or thinking about launching your website, these critiques are meant to also help you start off on the right foot. Hi to those of you that are logging in. I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comment box where you are watching, where you're watching from. And if you have any questions about your own website, about anything I mentioned, please let me know in the comment box, whether you're watching live or the replay. I am telling you, this right here, this series, these website critiques are and I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to like put myself up. They're golden to get past those like blocks that come up when you're working on this kind of stuff. I am here. I am ready to help you and serve you and help you get ahead. So ask the questions, even if it's just like, I'm, worried that people are not going to like it, or I'm stuck on something. Like, let me know. I want to support you. Shout out to Tamara watching from Australia. Hey, Valerie. We have two Tamaras in here. Shout out to Valerie watching from, oh, you're watching from Quebec, Canada. Corey from Australia. Beverly from the UK. Y'all are here to represent. I am tuning in live from Arizona, from the States. And y'all are representing. We are international around here. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. And Beverly says no website yet. That's all good. Are you considering starting a website? And if so, do you have like a launch plan or a launch date? That also helps to like get you on check. If you don't have a website, but you want one or you need one, having that launch date where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, helps, because it like puts that fire under your bum, right? At least that helps me. If that doesn't help you, that's fine. Don't take it. Susan, hi Susan, she's watching from Manchester. Y'all, international, we are not messing around here. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Today we are going to be reviewing a very fun and happy and quirky and cute website from a healing center. And I'm going to focus on covering a simple but powerful layout for your website, and how using photos and graphics can help transform your website and the power of it. And it can help simplify your message. Tamara, you're watching from Alabama in the US. Cool. Okay. We have two from here. No website or business yet. Well, let me tell you, Tamara, you are in the right place, because even if you don't have either of those two things, the fact that you are taking the time to be here and show up for yourself and take in this content and kind of like build your library of knowledge is so good and powerful for you. And when you decide, when you're ready, which I believe, you're ready, but when you decide that it's time, you're going to be able to start that much stronger. So good for you for being here. Beverly says, getting the balance of words and pictures. Exactly. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's jump right into it. I have my other screen on the side where I'll be checking in with the comments. Again, if you have any questions, I would love to answer questions, help you out any way that I can. But in the meantime, let's jump into the critique. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right, so here we have Magical Blessings Healings Center. This website was submitted by Natasha, first and foremost. Thank you so much, Natasha, for submitting your website, for allowing us to share your work, for being open to feedback / critique / review, a review of what you're doing and the work that you're doing. On your tagline, it says where science connects with spiritual, and it's a healing center, a blessings healing center. So I think that's fantastic. And obviously you're promoting self-care magic, and I love that. So thank you so much for sharing your website. Excuse me. If you are watching live or the replay, by the way, I forgot to say hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Whether you're watching the replay or live and you would like to submit your website for a critique, send me a DM. Don't add it here in the comment box, okay? Send me a DM and I'll get you on the list for that. I have a running list of people who have submitted their website for review, and I love doing these. And I love connecting and helping, like I said, any way that I can. So move back to Natasha and her healing center. We are going to focus on, with every website, there's a lot of things I can focus on. In this particular case, I'm going to focus on two main things. One is having a powerful website format. For those of you watching that don't have a website right now, please listen to this next part, because this is going to be so important as you make your decision about what platform you're using, what template you're using, or if you're having somebody build it for you, whichever way you're going, this is going to help you so much. And if you have a website and you feel like it's clunky and full and like older maybe, and you need to like modernize it a little bit, this will also help. And the second thing we're going to focus on is using graphics and photos to enhance your website. Susan real quick says, I love the way you understand that we have so much other stuff going on. Yeah, girl, I get it. I'm right there with you all. I'm just so thankful that we get to connect and that you are here. So first things first, here I'm going to highlight the things that I love. I do this every critique, the things that I love from this website, and then we will get into the critique / review. So I like that as soon as I land on this, on your site, Natasha, I get a good sense that it's like cute, it's friendly, inviting. I mean, just the little graphic that you have here with the butterflies and stuff, it feels like a very welcoming place. So I like that I get that sense as soon as I land. And it turns out that it's a spiritual healing place that you are promoting, or your brand and business. So it matches, right? I also love the use of purple. I don't say this often, but it's honestly because I don't see the color purple being used so much on websites, which is interesting now that I think about it. I love that you were not afraid to go all in and commit to this color as your main brand color. I know that purple is like a powerful color, especially in like the wellness world. So I love that matches your industry. So well done on that. And you have some really strong statements throughout your website. Stop working on yourself and start working with your magic. Even here, you reference reclaim your magic. Welcome to whimsical self-care magic. So you're not afraid to full on, like I said, like commit to what you're doing. And I like that. I also like the tagline where science connects with spiritual. That's a strong statement there. And I like that it feels, I mean, those are two big, broad and heavy, not in a bad way heavy, but heavy and big topics, science and spirituality. And the fact that this feels like an inviting place, and this is where you're connecting the two, that's very well done. So those are the things that I wanted to highlight that I like about your website. And now we are going to jump into the critique and the feedback. Like I said, a simple but mostly powerful layout that I would highly recommend for your site, and how you can use graphics and photos to break up your site. So let's begin. As you can see, Natasha has several different menu options at the top. So she's got the welcome, which is the homepage, articles, that is the blog, a bookstore, an academy, meditation options. If I click on this, I believe I get different options here, a youth corner, and an upcoming events area. So first things first, let's start at the menu. This menu bar, what I can offer you, Natasha, is to simplify this bar and keep, let's say, no more than 4 to 5 options. When somebody lands on your website and they see a lot of options, it's hard for them to take action. So when I land on here, if I'm one of your potential clients, one of your ideal clients, and I land on here and I'm like, great, I need to heal. Welcome to Whimsical Self-Care Magic. What do I do? Right? We assume, as website owners, we assume that people are going to just scroll down and take their time to read, right? No, they don't. People don't do that. If people don't have an answer to what action do I take right now, within the first few seconds of landing on your website, you're going to lose them. So biggest thing here is that I would simplify this and definitely add no more than 4 to 5 sections here. So what would you add there? My biggest suggestion to you would be to have the 5 main things that a website should have. That is a homepage, which obviously you have, an about me page. And I know that I think is, right here, about Natasha. Have that as a separate tab. So about me, and then a work with me page or a shop. In this case, it seems like you have like a shop and like digital products. So have that either a work with me tab and a shop, or just have it be one thing. And then the next thing would be a blog. And I see here that you called it articles. My suggestion here would be to call it what people are familiar with. People are not familiar with reading a blog that it's articles. They're familiar with reading a blog, right? So I like how fancy and interesting and quirky this sounds, but if people are there to read a blog, they're not going to make that association right away. Some people might, most people won't. And then the 5th thing is a contact page. So whether they can email you, whether they can make an appointment, if this is a physical thing, that's the main components that you want to have on a website, okay? As you can see, those are only 5 things: your homepage, about me page, work with me page, a blog, and a contact section. That is much less than what you have here in this section, okay? So that would be my biggest thing to kind of simplify here. And then the next thing would be to add photos and graphics to break up the different components of your website. So this thing here, this graphic here, welcome to Whimsical Self-Care, I recommend that you have this as your whole screen, not just like a little graphic. Like have a whole screen full from here to here with this like beige color, and have these like butterfly graphics throughout, and have your main statement here. This background here works for desktop, which is where we are viewing it on. But when it comes to mobile and stuff, this background gets lost. So instead of having one main background like this, I would recommend using images, individual images. So to break it up. So for example, here's your header part, your header image, your header section. And then as you scroll down, if you want to have this as your next section, either have this section be white with the purple copy, or have it be a photo, maybe right here like this, of like the doves here with this beautiful, like really magical looking background, and then have your copy here. And then as I scroll to the next section, you have connect with us. So I see that you have a connect with us. I also would love to see that on the top, right, on the tab. Use a photo here. I would love to see a photo of you. And if you have a partner, I'm not sure, up there it said about Natasha and about Roy. So if your business is a partnership, have a photo of you guys here and have an option to read more about you. And then the next thing here, you can use graphics to like individual graphics here and here to invite people to each of these things that you're covering here. And then the same thing applies to your blog. So if I go to articles, that takes me to your blog. And if I click on the last article here, same thing. I highly recommend that you add photos to break up all of this copy. So you can add a photo here, you can add a photo here. I like that you added a graphic here. I would add even more. These are very simple ways. And then this is like another like download that people can do. Oh my gosh. And there's a picture of Natasha. Like, I want to see this. Are you kidding me? Your hair is purple. How perfect is that? And you look like so friendly and inviting and warm. I would love to see something like this on the homepage. All right. And then throughout your other, sorry, that scroll was a little fast. Throughout the other sections here, I also would recommend the same thing. Use photos to break up each section. There's a lot more that we can jump into, but I wanted to start you off with just a few tweaks that you can make, because I don't want to overwhelm you or anybody else watching that is currently working on their website. So keeping it to those 5 components: homepage, about me page, a work with me page, a blog, and a contact. Having those be the main like infrastructure of your website, and then taking each section and breaking it up with photos. For the eye, like visually, that does a lot. Natasha, thank you so much for sharing your work. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and check in with the comments. I want to keep this very short today so that you guys can take, so that you, Natasha, and anybody else watching can take this feedback and take action. Beverly says homepage, about me page. Yeah, so the pages are homepage, about me, work with me, blog, and a contact. And obviously the blog is optional. Valerie says, I'm brainstorming about my website and I don't know where I'm going. I offer quality handmade hair accessories for new moms and their girls to be easily elegant and fascinating in events and different occasions for years to come. I'm stuck in my brand, afraid to choose poorly. Okay, Valerie, thank you so much for sharing. There is a lot here that we can unpack, and I see you and welcome you and honor you for sharing that. First things first, if your product, like what you sell, what you do, the product or the offer, what do people pay you for? If they pay you for handmade hair accessories, then that's where you want to start. I'm not sure, did you say if you had a website? If you don't, then I would highly look into a e-commerce platform, so like Shopify or WooCommerce that you can incorporate with WordPress. Because if you want to sell your product online, you're going to need to have that system, right? The e-commerce system. As far as your brand, Valerie, were you part of the 5-day brand challenge? That is going to be so key for you. I kind of want to say that you were, but I could be mistaken you for messing you up with somebody else. If you were not part of the 5-day brand challenge, you can have access to that challenge through by enrolling in my Instagram and Canva workshop that I'm holding next week. You can join for the rest of this week. You can register for only $47 US. The regular price is $97. If you register for this 2-day live training workshop, and like when I say 2-day, I'm not messing around. We're going to talk Instagram and Canva for like 3 hours each day. You'll get the recordings for it. But if you when you register for that, one of the bonuses is lifetime access to the 5-day personal brand challenge. That is going to be money for you to be able to, you said you're stuck in your brand. That's going to help you figure out like your value proposition statement, your colors, your visuals, all of those things. Let me just tell you, the fact that you do quality handmade hair accessories for new moms and their little girls, that is going to be so beautiful. So stay with it. Keep coming back to these critiques. Join the Facebook group. I would love to see you in the workshop so that you can have access to that branding challenge, and that's going to help you a ton. Shout out to Anne-Marie. She asks, how do we have our website critiques? So Anne-Marie, I mentioned this in the beginning. So for anybody else now joining, if you would like to submit your website for critique, send me a DM here on the Meraki Collective, and I will add you to the list. I only open this up to my newsletter subscribers, so they get first dibs. I reach out to my newsletter subscribers and they get to add their list. They are, like I said, they get first dibs, but I have a running list of other websites that I review. If you are on my newsletter, then just keep an eye out for when I ask for that. If you're not, send me a DM. And also, what are you waiting for? Get on the newsletter. But that's how, Anne-Marie, would love to see that. So don't share it here on the comments below, but send me a DM. Beverly asks, what is best to host your shop? That's going to be totally up to you and what platform you're using. So WooCommerce integrates well with WordPress. So you could do like digital products there and physical products as well. Shopify, I know, is like really great for physical products. If you are watching live or the replay and you would love to have me share more information about like how to host your shop, let me know in the comments. Hashtag host your shop or something like that. And let me know and I'll put something together for you guys. Cool. Valerie's already in for the workshop. Amazing. So when you get a chance and hopefully soon, go through that challenge and that's going to be great for you. Shout out to Corey. Oh, thank you. Corey says the 5-day personal brand challenge is a game changer. I appreciate you. And yet, if I do say so myself, I am so happy to hear that and that it helped you. Thank you, Corey and Valerie. And I believe Anne-Marie, you were part of it too. And Beverly and Tamara, thank you guys for being part of that challenge. Y'all got like first dibs because that challenge is only available through that workshop from here on out. There's going to be another version of the challenge, but it's going to be in a different format. So y'all got first dibs. Cool. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up to keep it short. Thank you so much. Hashtag replay. Let me know that you are watching. For those of you that were watching live, Valerie already posted hashtag host shop. Shout out to Valerie, Beverly, Tamara, Corey, Anne-Marie. There was another Tamara in here and Susan. And another Susan, I believe. Thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate you. I am so excited if you are part of the Instagram workshop for next week. I'm so excited to see you. If not, you can still register before the end of this week for early bird pricing, $47. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here for Website Wednesday. I'll see you next week for another Website Wednesday critique. Bye, everyone.